Hi guys and welcome back. Today we are taking a look at the brand new model from Nitesun, this DIV20S canister light. It's a very good light, it comes with a very spotty output and this is my favorite on this light. We are featuring a light with 1500 lumens of output. Now you might be thinking, alright, it's not so strong, I've seen strongers on this channel. You are completely right with this, but one thing I really enjoy on this light is although it's a canister light and it's quite big, it has a very good and narrow spot. We'll come to this in a second. But first let's take a look what comes in the package itself. Of course we have the head, the cable and the canister with a battery. I guess that's included when you buy a canister light, but on top of that we come with a very good charger. I'm going to show you this, is also one of my favorite things on this light. And then of course we have a spare set of O-rings, and of course we have some tools for the Goodman handle mounting. When it comes to the Goodman handle, today I'm not going to show you how to mount it because I think it's quite easy. You just have two screws you have to screw in, but what I enjoy on this model, which is new for Nitesun, is that they have 3 different holes now, and this means you can also turn the whole thing around. Before you could only use the Goodman handle in one way, now you can turn it around, okay? As we are talking already about the Goodman handle, this is quite easy to adjust. You just need to open a little bit the screw and you can adjust completely the height or the size of the space where your hand goes. So if you're using bigger gloves, if you have bigger hands or smaller hands, you can adjust it. But on top of that, if you open it a little further, give it some space, you can take it a bit out, you can push the whole thing a little bit out, and you can turn it like this. Yeah? And the thing is, when you turn it, you can, if you get it there we go, you can close it again, and like this you have a very nice and compact solution to transport it, because the Goodman handle itself is quite bulky, you are right, but like this, there we go, nice and small for transportation. But for diving I would keep it open, otherwise you don't have so much light coming out as you have the Goodman handle then in the way. Closing it, alright, there is a little bit more force you have to apply, but there we go, now it's closed. Reason for that, quite simple, otherwise it will move itself. Okay, now coming to the light itself, we have quite a big canister. We have 8 pieces 8650 batteries inside. They have a capacity of around 3000 milliamp hours each. So we have a 2 series 4 parallel arrangement inside, and on the head itself we have a nice, they say titanium alloy, but it's for sure at least in good aluminium, it's not corroding, anything like that, and we have a nice switch in there. We also have a good power indicator outside or around it, as you can see now on the video, and if you press it for 3 seconds, which is a nice mechanism to block it in case of accidental switching, it won't come on at any time. You need to press it first 3 seconds when it's in lock mode and then it unlocks. There we go, we have 1500 lumens. This is our high mode on the light and it's quite difficult to see now, but we have a very strong spot on it. The spot is only as big as this, so it's quite nice. You will see in the underwater footage, very nice spotted light, and you have a very good beam. This is mainly good if you're diving in bad weather conditions. This means in bad visibility for night diving, and so I like it quite a lot because it goes further and does not light up all the sediments in its way. Then we have a second mode on it. If you press it again, the switch, you have low mode. This is around 500 to 700 lumens, and these are the only 2 modes on the light. There is also no strobe, so if I keep it pressed, there is no strobe mode. It only goes off. So these are very easy to switch through, and we have 2 modes on the light. Very important also to the LED, and if you look into the front you can already see it's quite a deep reflector. It goes down unto about here, so it's very deep. It looks almost like a hunting light, but it features an XHP35, so it's the smallest LED from the XHP series. You have the 70, very known, it's one of the strongest LEDs from Cree for this kind of application on a small basis, on a 7x7 millimeters. Then we have the XHP50, also known, which goes up to 2500 lumens, and then we have this one, the XHP35, goes up to 1700 lumens when driven at full force and runs at around 11 to 12 volt. Not so interesting now to know, but there we go, it's a nice LED, and the reason why they use it is just because it's so small. It's on a 3.5 by 3.5 millimeter base, and like this they can use it very good and have a good beam on it, because it's so small you can use a good reflector and really get a very great beam out of it. And they say it's around 6 to 7 degrees, and I believe it. Good. In here, as you can see already, looking very good. Yes, not just simply some batteries thrown inside. We have a nice pack. Before I get to this, here we also have some nice spring-loaded contacts, very nicely worked, no problems. I don't see anything which will be getting damaged quite fast. It's very nicely made, very nicely designed, and the whole pack you can screw out. Yeah? So that's important for you to know. The pack you can take out, you can replace it if one day you have a problem with it, if you need a new one, you could even buy a second one, but we are talking about a runtime of 7 hours on high mode and almost 20 hours on the low mode. So I don't really think you need a second pack for it. You can do 7 dives on it, 6 dives at least, and even on high mode. Good. Here is the pack, as I said, 8 pieces, 3000 milliamp hours, 18650s inside, 4 and 4. And very nice, what I like on this one is you have a power indicator. Yeah, this means you press the battery pack and he will tell you more or less how much is charged or how charged is the battery pack. It's always good before you put it in the light. Well, okay, is it still enough, is it not? And you can recharge it if needed. Then we have another solution or another option, which is the USB power bank. Yeah, so you have a USB 5V output here and you can charge your phone with it, you can charge anything which is USB powered, and it's also quite nice because you have a very good and big power bank with you. Yeah, so if you're going out in the wild on the boat, you need some charge for your phone for something, you need some charge, you have always a USB output with you, carrying it around with you. Also nice if you want to discharge the rest of the battery, so sometimes you get a complete cycle, you could use the power and charge your phone meanwhile, for example. And here we already come to the charging itself. There we have the nice small DC port. You just plug in the whole charger like this, goes into the socket. This one gives you an output of 4 amps at 8.4 volt, and you have a red and green light, of course. Red is charging, green is finished. Not gonna show you, I think everyone has seen this before. Good. Then important when you're screwing it back into the light is you have to screw it a bit in. Yeah, so you can place it in and screw the whole thing in, so to fix it. Yeah, like this it won't fall out and it's nice and tidy in there. Closing again the light, as you know it from many other models from this and also other companies. Once the whole thing is closed, it comes on the lowest note. Give you a signal to tell you, hey, I'm there, it's on, it's working. Turn it off and now you know, okay, the contact is made, it's ready for the dive, and you can go to your adventure. So much about the light. One more thing I'm just seeing now, this I like a lot, mainly compared to the Nitesun DIV10. Yeah, they have a fixed strap to fix this to your belt, for example, to your harness or so. And on this one, you can open it. Yeah, like this one, you have a nice Velcro. Opening the Velcro, you have a very good option to then fix it to the harness, to the gear, or also to your weight belt. Some use it on the weight belt without having to pull the belt through. On the other ones, on the old ones, it was closed. There was no option to open and you had to pass it through here. So that was maybe a little bit annoying. Now they updated it. I like it the way it is. Good, so much about the light, so much about this. I would say now let's jump under the water, we have talked enough, and let's take a look how this light performs and looks underwater, and mainly, as I said, take a look at the spot, because I really like it, the way it is focusing. Yeah, so you have a really tidy light angle, and underwater you can really see how it performs. So guys, enjoy the rest of the video, and see you next time. Thanks for joining.